Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello everybody, welcome back to Painting Watercolours. I hope you enjoy this one. This is a mixture, basically one I've made up. I took trees out of one, mountain out of another, lake, just make it up. This will help you stretch your imagination. The colours I'm going to put in this will be Naples yellow, alizarin crimson, French ultramarine and Indian red, French ultramarine, Indian red to the red side, raw umber, French ultramarine, and I also have a set of earth colours which I always keep mixed up. I'm not going to keep mixing it on the palette. Naples yellow in the sky. And I've got some masking fluid on the edge of this mountain. I'm going to bring this, tickle it round. This is £140 Bockingford watercolour paper, extra rough, and I just want to put in a little light patch around the tree. Hopefully it will stand out this tree. I'm going to take some of the crimson, alizarin crimson can be quite fugitive, but I don't mind. I'm going to take some of the French ultramarine, just a little bit of it. You may not see this very much. Very, very pale. If you enjoy these videos, please give it a thumbs up and please leave a comment. It all helps with YouTube's algorithm, helps the channel out as well. French ultramarine and light red. This is a bluier one. And you can just strengthen one or two areas up, just to darken areas, just to focus your eye in on things, which is top of this mountain. I'm going to take each part of this painting in sections rather than the whole thing. This will teach you how to adjust your colours as it dries to the next set or the next part. I'm going to drop some in here and hopefully we'll create a little bit of mist around this mountain. I want some of this to go quite reasonably dark. Remember, it will dry an awful lot lighter. Just creating some darker movements in the sky. I'm going to take some clean water and I'm just going to drop some of this in, especially around this mountain. Just create some hopefully misty areas. Pick the areas out you want to mist up a little bit. Let that dry naturally. Just taking some French ultramarine and Indian red and I'm just watering this down a little bit because I want a little bit of recession. I'm going to come to this mountain here. I'm going to use the side of the brush. I'm going to get a hit and miss effect on some of these crags that I want to bring down. I want some of these to be a little more solid. You see, I'm just doing that, just laying it on and pulling it. Really simple way of putting your crags on. And if you want to slope it, you just change the direction of your brush stroke. That's all you do. I'm going to take some of the reddier one. Let's check it, see how strong that is. This is slightly more Indian red in it. Hardly noticeable, but it is there. You can just darken up one or two areas. And then once you've got that, you can take some clean water. And I'm just going to wet this back of the mountain here and just pull some of this colour around. I want this to disappear in the clouds, but still give you the impression that it's still there. Pull that round a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more water down here. I'm going to take some of the very weak redder mix. I'm going to drop this in. And it will just give the impression that this mountain is disappearing. Can you see that? Don't want too much of this. I don't want it to suddenly leap forward. Your mountain views are dry. I'm going to take an old oil brush and I'm going to put some water on it. Just on the tips. Just put droplets in where I want these evergreen trees to be. I'm going to take a smaller oil brush, it's the same make. I'm going to take some of this French ultramarine with Indian red. With the closer ones, I'm going to take some of the more red colour, just a very slight change. And where the trees hit the ground, you can sort of bring some out. Fading this in, you just want a hint of land. Almost nothing. Come across here, get the same. Let's take some water. I'm just going to let this run in for now. French ultramarine and burnt umber. I'm going to make these dead trees in here. So with a very fine detail brush. Just help pull your eye through into the background towards the mountain. Then I'm going to let that dry. Now that your trees are dry, I'm just watering or putting water on the water area. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm leaving this little patch of land dry here for the moment. I'm going to add a couple of strokes of Naples yellow in. I'm starting below where the water line is because I'm going to let this creep up a little bit. Take it through the tree. We have some crimson here as well. I want some very pale Indian red and French ultramarine in the back. Just bring some in along here. Just strengthen it up till you get quite strong at the front. And also you can re-add the reflections in. Then I'm going to let that dry. I just ran some water up this tree now that that other section is dry, and I'm just going to run some raw umber, straightforward raw umber. You can make this virtually any colour you like really. Like I said, if you enjoy these videos, please click the like button, consider subscribing, please use the comment section, or you can join me on Facebook. I'll leave a link in the description box. French ultramarine and burnt umber, and I'm just going to drop some of this in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it round and we're going to put the branches in with the same colour. Now I'll do a couple and then I'll do the rest off camera because this can be a little time consuming. Now that I've got my tree in, I hope you can see that, I'm going to put some droplets of water on here where my other fir trees are. This is so you can create a hit and miss effect. And then I'm going to take some stronger, which is French ultramarine and Indian red, but I've also made it thicker because of coming forward, and I added some burnt sienna to it just to deepen it. Ultramarine and burnt umber give a suggestion of a few tree trunks. Some more water, and I'm just going to add it on the bottom because we do want some reflections in this. I'm going to touch it, let it run into the water, take a little bit more of the paint on the brush. Just giving some encouragement. These will go right off the page. A little bit of burnt umber, French ultramarine. Adding a little bit of dark to it. Once again, I'm going to take some water and pass this, just touch the bottom of this tree. Burnt sienna or burnt umber, French ultramarine, just attaching it to the ground. Touch more of the paint. The board is still set at an angle. I am looking for a little bit of spread and run. Nothing has to be too precise. I'm going to take some French ultramarine, burnt umber. Quite simply put that shadow in there. A few tufts of grass. Sign it here. I will put some wind streaks on it when it's dry. I hope you've enjoyed this one.